Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Murphy's Law Garage. Today I've got an interesting one that stems from me being very annoyed about the battery dying on my lawnmower over winter. There's the lawnmower in the shed. There's the building. Let's make it maintenance charge solar.
Dang it.
All right, so let me turn around and see what we've got here. The Z sits in the middle of the room. Overhead up here, some WRX mufflers. This battery is brand spanking new that's in here, but the one that was in there before was only 2 seasons old and it died. Why? Two things. Probably because I had to store it outside over winter because this shed was a train wreck from the hurricane. And also that, it's a lead acid battery and it sat discharging like that. So the idea is we're out of the wind if it freezes again. But what I'd like to do is put a solar panel up on the roof up there, and then just dangle a harness down here that allows me to connect the battery whenever I get off of it, and it'll constantly on a controller trickle charge the battery to 14 volts. Now, the sun will set this direction. You see it right there? It sets like this, which means it rises this way. I cannot put the solar panel on this side of the roof because the tree is going to cast a shadow and it won't get as much daylight. But if it goes there, it is currently almost 5. The sun would still hit that solar panel. So I'm going to say from 6-ish all the way to noon, that solar panel would get sun sitting up here. And yes, this is destroyed from the hurricane. Don't worry about that. We're going to put some holes in the roof right here to support that solar panel right there. And I'm going to show you what the solar panel looks like. All right, so here's the solar panel set up. Solar panel just sitting on top of this ladder. I've got right here a solar charge controller by Sunsoul. This panel is one like you'd put on a RV to maintenance charge its 12-volt batteries. You could even put one on a trailer. And in that is connected to this Power Wheels battery, which I don't know that I could reasonably do this one-handed. We can try. Take the 120-volt protectors off of it. There we go. You can see that this battery is sitting at charging at 14.7 something volts. So very healthy charge on that battery, and it'll hold that voltage indefinitely with the controller turning on and off power delivery from the panel. So let's figure out how to get this mounted on the roof, and then we'll probably have to extend the wires here so that I can clip this onto the battery of the lawnmower when not in use. All right, so I've got the little panel up here. Unfortunately, there's no good way to anchor anything to this building because it's very thin and old and falling apart. Oh, there goes the 20-volt Ryobi powered Power Wheel. So I think what I'm going to do, because it needs to be as ghetto as the building is just run these straps across the top and bottom of the panel, trying to stay right here as to not block any of the cells, and that makes it easy enough to remove without modifying it for another building or something else in the future. Let me get this attached. Boom, and just like that, a couple of these plumber pipe straps, and it's not going anywhere. Will it withstand Category 4 or 5 hurricane? Probably not, but I'm pretty sure the building would be gone anyways, so who cares? Let's go ahead and get this ran into the building. Whoop! And then figure out if we need to make this lead longer. All right, so panel on the roof. Wire goes under the trim here, gets up under here and goes in. not before I poked a hole in the middle where I could get through. I'll put some silicone on that. It'll match nicely with the dry rotting caulk that's all over there and the other holes that hurricane and tornado have poked into the building. But anyways, so I could have continued all the way to here, got up right somewhere right there, and then dropped the dongle straight down onto the battery. But that would mean cutting and messing with the wires, and I don't want to. So it's easy enough to just do like this, let it hang down, and connect to the battery. And this was at 12.65, 66 a little while ago. So definitely charging. We can find out though, because I can just unplug, let's see, just unplug the panel. Boop. And it immediately starts discharging. So we've dropped down to 6.9, might make it to 6.8. There it is, 6.8. So definitely working. Like I said, this is going to act as my maintenance charger for this battery. And lead acid batteries don't like to sit there and deplete themselves. So even though I'm going to be cutting the grass once, twice a week with this thing, the battery will always be maintenance charged. And when winter comes around, the battery will have a healthy charge on it at all times. And maybe this battery will make it 4 or 5 seasons like it should. Walked away and came back. Battery's already back up to 12.72. All right, I lied. I couldn't help myself. Controller's mounted up there. Extension harness built straight down the battery. That way I can just loop it up on my muffler hanger right here after I'm done. There you go. Not ghetto rigged, kinda, maybe. Well, that's it. Simple enough. If you want to go solar with maintaining your batteries, there it is. Solar panel very haphazardly held down onto a very shaky building. But it's an interesting idea for cars and stuff like that. If you don't have a power outlet nearby, why not use a solar panel to maintain? You could, they make bases for satellite dishes that are held down by cinder blocks or water, and then just put a solar panel on top of it, following the track of the afternoon sun, and bam, you could keep your batteries maintained on cars that you have just sitting around that maybe don't have 110 volt to charge them. Anyways, thanks for following along. I'm looking forward to seeing how much this helps with making sure this mower starts every time I need to cut the grass. But anyways, we love you. God bless. Peace.